In this interview, we have a longtime friend, actually a couple of longtime friends, Joe Castro and Stephen Escobar. Both work in Hollywood. Stephen is an editor on shows like Big Brother and The Amazing Race, and Joe Castro is a special effects artist with both practical and digital effects. I've known them for a long time, and it was great to be able to do this dual interview. We're going to move into interview roulette, and that way I can get you guys on your way. Joe, we're going to knock out your 5 questions first instead of switching back and forth.
Okay.
Stephen, if there is a question that you want to answer, you're more than welcome, but you're not expected to.
Okay.
First question, Joe. Would you rather write one amazing script or 10 good ones?
Oh, that's easy. One amazing script.
Yeah. What's the best thing about your life?
Um, well, I was gonna have to say just the time that I've shared with Stephen and my family here in Hollywood with Stephen. Yeah.
Okay. Working with all the different materials and stuff that you have over the years for effects, what's the worst smell you've ever smelled?
Oh, that's an easy one. It's this weird clay. And I know that a lot of sculptors that sculpt in like miniature, like, maquettes and whatnot. And I don't even know the name of it.
Is it Sculpey?
No, it's not Sculpey. It's
Okay.
this weird wax. And it's a super hard wax. It smells so bad. I can't even be in the shop when they're working with it. But yeah, I don't know the name of it, but there are sculptors that sculpt in small miniature detail. They sculpt with this material. Yeah.
Okay. Which activities make you lose track of time?
The internet.
Scrolling.
Yeah, the internet. I mean, yeah, I would probably have to say, whenever, because not my work. I'm very time conscious when it comes to doing my work stuff. So stuff that, anything that has no bearing on my life whatsoever, like the internet, makes me lose track of time. Other than that, I'm pretty much on schedule these days.
All right. And the last one for interview roulette for you: unlimited free sushi or free tacos for life?
Oh, that's easy. That's going to be tacos.
Yeah.
Because tacos are you got like authentic Tex-Mex tacos. You have Mexican tacos. You can have Korean tacos because they serve tacos, and you have you have the white man Taco Bell. You have all kinds of tacos. You have this wide variety of tacos. Sushi's always going to have something fishy attached to it, and I may get tired of that after a while.
I have to say, I did not know what authentic tacos were until I moved to Arizona for a little bit. Now I'm back here in the north in Michigan, and I'm looking at the Mexican restaurants and I'm looking at the offerings. We're like, this isn't real.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I miss it so much.
That's right.
In fact, too, it was the first time that I had a fish taco is in Arizona.
Yeah, I love fish tacos. Yeah.
Cannot get enough of them now. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Stephen, we're on to your 5 questions.
Okay.
What would you rather achieve? Make a record that sells 500,000 copies or make a record that influences 500,000 other artists?
Probably influence 5,000 other artists or 500,000 other artists.
Yeah. Well, and that's what's important too. That seems to be the message that I've gotten from both of you over the years of talking to you and knowing you is that, yes, you make no bones about it. You're doing things to put food on the table, as you said, but the whole distribution thing, the whole group and whatnot, that exists solely to help others.
Sure. And you want to kind of leave a legacy to the future generation. You want, 20 years from now, when people look back at the micro budget industry, hopefully our films will stick out. Hopefully people will say, oh yeah, hopefully we'll be a parody of ourselves 20 years from now. Somebody will have copied what we've done, and just like Friday the 13th and every kill that's ever been done.
Elvis or the Beatles, and why?
I didn't like the Beatles for a very long time until we went to go see the Cirque du Soleil show, the Beatles one,
Okay.
and Love actually. And now I have an appreciation for the Beatles, and I didn't really have it as a kid. So I guess the Beatles.
Was it the music just didn't speak to you,
Um,
or?
I thought it maybe it was just like it just felt too psychedelic or something, but which is kind of funny because I was a trumpet player and I also played in like symphony orchestra. So now, to me, that music from the Beatles was kind of orchestrated, and it was thought out and put together as like any symphony or any opera or whatever would have been put together today.
Yeah, I grew up with an appreciation for him because of my mother. Elvis, not so much. That wasn't a big thing in my house, but I've always had that creative mind, and like I started with classical music, and then she introduced me to the Beatles, and then she sat me down and like at a very early age just said, "Do you know what the similarities are between the two?" And it was the complex nature of how everything is built up,
Yeah.
like one thing upon another to create this amazing sounding thing, much like filmmaking in a way. Is like everything is built upon another thing, and the final product is something your average person couldn't even conceive.
Exactly.
What is one thing people buy that you think is a total waste of money? And I think this will be one that I'm going to let you both answer, because I think the answer is going to be interesting no matter what.
Can't think of something. I don't know. You want to go first, Joe?
I'm gonna say, like, only because of my career and like I ruin everything I wear. Fancy label clothing, like people spend so much on what do you call it? Yeah, like
Designer clothes,
designer clothing to look amazing. Steve and I do buy nice clothes for the red carpet events, and that's always fun. But to strive to have, an entire wardrobe of like fancy clothes because somebody else said it's makes you important or amazing is I think is a waste. I pretty much, like I was just telling Steven yesterday, I ruined at least 3 pairs of pants for each film because of working in the studio and working on set and getting things dirty. He's like, well, you need to start budgeting that into your budgets, because I wouldn't wear designer clothes on set, or
I'm gonna recommend scrub pants.
Yeah. I need like jeans. I wear knee pads when I'm working, that kind of thing. But no, it's nice to get dressed up, but I would have to say designer clothing.
All right, Steven?
I guess I would just say like cars, because you're gonna, if you buy a fancy car, you're gonna get another one in 5 years. So why spend all that extra money?
Yeah.
It seems like that every time I pay off a car, I buy another one. So
my goal is if I ever get famous enough that I get to a point where I have the money, my garage will look like a Hot Wheels collection more than anything else. Not the fancy sports cars and not the crazy out there stuff. No, I want Ecto 1. I want the DeLorean from Back to the Future. I want it to look like a Hot Wheels, like a kid's Hot Wheels collection. All right. Why are there 2 taco questions in this? That's funny. You guys pick the numbers at random. Soft or crunchy tacos?
Crunchy.
Nobody ever says soft.
I'll say soft.
Yeah.
There's nothing like a soft, fresh flour tortilla, like a Tex-Mex flour tortilla.
The crunchy always stabbed me.
Yeah, no, soft.
All right, last one, Steven. What superhero deserves their own video game?
Green Lantern.
Yes, bravo.
Green Lantern's always been my favorite superhero, even as a kid. I had the little ring that you'd order in the comic book when I was a kid, and that was the only thing I ever ordered off a comic book.
Yeah. I'm eagerly awaiting the Ryan Reynolds movie. We won't really talk about because even he thinks it was trash. But did you guys see the Snyder cut?
Mm-mm. Oh, yeah, the new one, yeah.
Of the Justice League?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was entirely like, I squealed. My wife was like, "What is wrong with you?" When they showed that big fight scene and the lanterns were there, I was like, "Oh, they're on the screen. That means they're coming. They're going to do it eventually."
Let's hope so.
Yeah. At least if they do it, I hope they do it right.
Yeah.
Joe, do you got anything for that one? I don't know if superheroes are your thing or not.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, no, all of that's kind of. I enjoy them. I enjoy all those films. I liked I liked the Green Lantern movie a lot, and I liked all the cheesy stuff.
There's got to be one.
Yeah, and then the new Venom movie, I liked. I liked that. Yeah, I like all that cheesy stuff. Yeah.
I like the back and forth that they did with Venom and Eddie. Honestly, it was like old married couple bickering.
Yeah, no, it was all good.
All right, guys. Well, that's it. That's all I have for you. I want to thank you again for joining me and being willing to do this. And again, being the very first interview for the Cult of Odd.
Well, thank you, Odd, for having us on the show again. We'll be in touch, and have a happy rest of your holidays.
When you join the Cult of Odd, you'll be opened up to a whole new level of consciousness. You'll know what's beyond the yellow brick road, what lurks on the dark side of the moon, and what creeps through the forests at night. You'll have a wealth of resources to pull from. A group of favorite mentors and spiritual enforcers that will guide you to the path of Odd. You're our family, even if you don't know it yet. Once a member, you become one for life. Because if you leave the warmth and love of Odd, you're dead to us. Head to patreon.com/Cult of Odd. It sees you and knows you want it. Embrace it today.